लेकिन लॉयर बनने के बाद भी जो जैसा बताया कि मेरा इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट अहमदाबाद में हुआ, मैनेजमेंट एक अलग पढ़ाई है where you are taught to manage organizations, especially companies in the private sector and others, how to manage. वो हो गया तो मैं वहां चला गया, और उसके बाद मैंने सोचा कुछ अपना करूं, लेकिन परिवार ने कहा कि नहीं, एक बार आप परीक्षा दे लो आईएएस की। तो मैंने वो दे दिया। इत्तेफाक कहें, खुशकिस्मत कहें कि मैं आईएएस बन गया, उसमें आ गया, फिर जिंदगी बिता दी ये करके। तो हर एक स्तर पर अलग अलग चीजें बदलती रहती हैं। आज जो आप चाहते हो कल कुछ दूसरा हो जाता है। योर मोटिवेशन चेंजेस, योर टारगेट चेंजेस, you meet someone and everything changes. But the key thing in this entire journey is that always apply yourself, always try to do well, be your own judge. Be your own judge. That you set your standards for yourself. It's not just the teachers who set your standards for you. It's not just the parents that set the standards for you. You set the standards yourself. मैं कितना अच्छा करना चाहता हूं, कैसा बनना चाहता हूं, और अपने आप से ऑनेस्ट रहो, और वही जानने के लिए हमेशा एक क्यूरियोसिटी रहे कि मैं सारी चीजें अपने मन में लगाता चलूं. So this was the kind of milestones that I had. And even in school, another two things I want to add. My father was quite interested in yoga and others. So he did take me to yoga conferences or even places where yoga gurus would come. So certain degree of having the spiritual knowledge or spiritual attitude मुझे शांति भी देता था, एक दृढ़ता, मोटिवेशन भी देता था, डिटर्मिनेशन भी देता था. ये चीजें, ये हुआ पहला. और दूसरा कि ये हमेशा एक मन में रहे, जो कि गीता भी मैं 10वीं कक्षा तक गीता भी पढ़ता था, और एक लाइन हमेशा याद रहा, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. अपना कर्म करो. व्हाट इज योर ड्यूटी, डू इट. डोंट बॉदर अबाउट द रिजल्ट्स. हाँ, लोग कहेंगे कि भाई रिजल्ट्स के बारे में क्यों नहीं मैं चिंता करूं, रिजल्ट तो सबसे बड़ी चीज है. लेकिन अगर आप कर्म करोगे, इफ यू डू योर ड्यूटी, आपको रिजल्ट स्वतः आएगा. शायद उस समय ना आए, एक साल बाद आए, कुछ समय बाद आए. तो इसलिए ये दो चीजें जो रही, थोड़ी सी योग आप बचपन से ही करना सीखो, शांति भी देगा, दृढ़ता भी देगा, और आपको मोटिवेट भी करेगा, पढ़ाई में भी मोटिवेट करेगा. और ये रहना कि कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन, वो मैं कर्म करता रहूं. आपका कर्म है एज ए स्टूडेंट की पढ़ाई करना, वो आप पढ़ाई करो. बाकी जो आपको इच्छा लगती है वो भी करो. लेकिन अपना कर्म, निष्काम कर्म जो है, उसमें क्या है कि फिर अगर निष्काम कर्म करते हो तो आपको डर नहीं होता. आपने कहा मैंने तो अपनी ड्यूटी करी है, रिजल्ट तो आएगा, आज ना आए कल आए. इसलिए ये दोनों बातें याद रखो, और ये आपके लिए काफी अच्छा रहेगा. मेरे लिए हमेशा से ये एक अच्छी सीख रही है जो बचपन से मुझे मिली.
Thank you, sir. And sir, for your information, let me tell you that since you said that vocabulary is so important, so that is the reason in applied education, we have our own group where we work on the vocabulary of students on a daily basis, so that at least we are introducing one word every day. So out of 365 words, even if 50% of the words are remembered by these youth, then obviously that will develop their vocabulary bank down the line.
Excellent.
So I'm really happy that you shared the importance of vocabulary in order to crack any UPSC exams. So another question is like, how important in early preparation for civil services And what advice would you give to our students from class 5 to class 12 who aspire to become IAS or an IPS officer?
One is, of course, as I mentioned, one is, of course, to be committed to what you are studying. So whatever, one of the things, and that's a learning that I got from my father, that whatever you study, whatever education you have, whatever you learn, they never go waste. It always comes to your benefit at some other time in life. So if you focus on learning whatever is in front of you, so when you are preparing, prepare well, but also from younger days only, maybe 6th, 7th onwards, be aware of what is happening around you. So if a newspaper comes to your house, read the newspaper. If a newspaper does not come to your house, even read on your cell phone or your computer or your desktop. Pick up one newspaper and try and read it and see what is happening. One, of course, we always go to the sports page first. And when we were young, the cricketers, their photos would come in the newspapers, and some of us would cut it and paste it and make an album of it. So that, of course, you do it because that's something of great interest and gives you a lot of enjoyment. But simultaneously also see what is happening around. Not everything. As I said, it's not picking up everything one into another. You don't have to remember everything. It only opens your mind. And therefore, try to read the newspaper so that you're up and about in current affairs. Whatever you are studying, you apply to that very, very seriously, because you never know when it will come useful, handy. Maybe some questions which might come when you're preparing for the IAS later on, when you're in college, ready to give the exam. Some of the things that you've studied in school will trigger your mind. Oh my God, this I have seen before. I'm aware of it. I learned it. I can learn it more. I can prepare better. And what it does is it gives you greater confidence in managing, handling your preparation, and even giving your exams. So you're always aware, you're always all around. That is one. The other is also do practice to become, and your teachers can help, your parents can help, to build a confident personality. Always try to be confident. So if you have an opportunity to participate in a elocution contest, do participate in an elocution contest. If you have opportunities to participate in debates, whether it's in your class or in your school, participate in your debating the sessions. If you, and I was a shy person, I was pretty shy in school initially. In my family at home, we were mostly using Hindi, and then you go to school, and then sometimes you have to stand up, speak in English. You are always kind of, you're afraid of it. And there sometimes, someone can help. I still remember, today is Guru Purnima. So a lot of people are remembering their teachers and others and expressing their gratitude to them. So I have a sister who joined the civil service in Australia. And she felt that till 5th grade in the family, everyone said that, hey, you are not no good. You're not going to succeed in anything. And then she remembered one of her teachers, Mrs. Grace, who gave confidence to her. She was in St. Joseph's Convent in Patna. And ever since, she never looked back. Similar was the case with me. I had a father, Carey. He was an Irishman. And he saw that, okay, I'm slightly shy in standing before the crowd or participating in in dramatics and others, he made a point to take me separately, coach me separately. Your teachers can coach you. Your parents can coach you. And we are preparing an elocution or doing a debating contest. If there's nobody else, stand in front of a mirror and start talking to yourself. Now you have a fantastic device in your hand. Most of you have the smartphone. Put it on record. Stand in front of a mirror. Prepare speaking in front of a mirror. Pick up a topic. Prepare for it. 5 minutes. Stand in front of a mirror. Speak out. Have it recorded. Put your phone in a particular corner. And then you yourself review. You can be your best judge. So always remember, the strength, the capacity to build up is inside you. Your parents, your teachers will build a supporting environment, but you need to remain motivated and committed. So that's what from 6th to 12th. One is emphasis, focus on your whatever is required as per the exams and syllabus. That's number one. But read that also not as a burden. Read that as if you enjoy it. Because if you read it as if you enjoy it, it'll remain with you. If you see it as a burden, the class is over, you throw the books, and then you feel, oh, I have done everything. Then you forget. So that is it. So enjoy what you study. Be remain committed what you study. Build up your personality. Build up your current knowledge, current affairs knowledge. Be aware of what is happening around you in the city, in the country, or even globally. In all areas, whether it's sports, whether it is of United Nations, whether it is of with the diplomacy with different countries, learn on everything. So that's what you need to do between 6th and 12th standard. It's very important years because that builds you the base. जब घर बनता है तो सबसे पहली चीज क्या डालते हैं? नींव डालते हैं. The foundations are most important. So your foundations in school will determine how strong a personality you are later on. स्कूल में neglect करोगे तो आगे दिक्कत होगी. If you make yourself strong in school, you'll always be successful later on. So, not that you can't make it up. You can. Many people do make it up. But why waste this opportunity that you have? Utilize it. Build it up. Take a benefit of it.
Thank you, sir. So students, by now you must be really confident that whatever points sir has addressed, we are doing that on a daily basis. As far as vocabulary is concerned, our current affairs is concerned, general knowledge is concerned. And let me also inform you that we'll be coming up with this elocution and debate practices as well. So please keep a note of it. Now, so one more thing, like, could you just address some common fears and challenges, like what you faced and how finally you reached the epitome of success?
As I said, I believed in a simple motto: karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachit. That gives you a lot of what I say resilience. कि अगर आप मेहनत करोगे, कमिटेड रहोगे, तो फल मिलेगा. उस साल ना मिले, अगले साल मिले. तो रेजिलिएंट बिल्डअप करना बहुत जरूरी है. दूसरा ये भी जानना है, लोग कहते हैं ना, when God shuts one window or one door, God opens another door for you. So हमेशा जो है, अगर एक दरवाजा बंद होता है तो दूसरा दरवाजा भी खुल जाता है. तो उससे क्या रहता है कि अपने आप में एक बहुत विश्वास होता है कि नहीं, हमें तो सफलता मिलेगी. मैं मन लगाकर सब कुछ करता हूं, मैं बहुत ऑनेस्टली काम करता हूं, क्योंकि मैं ऑनेस्टली नहीं काम करूंगा तो मैं किसको नुकसान पहुंचा रहा हूं? अपने आप को ही नुकसान पहुंचा रहा हूं। यू मेक एन एलिबाई, डोंट डू योर वर्क, obviously whom are you harming? You're not harming your parents, you're not harming your teachers. Ultimately it is you yourself. So that is one of the things. Of course, when you prepare for an exam, when you think that you're going to prepare for an exam, uh, it is challenging. The syllabus is heavy, it is structured, and then you look at only this morning, somewhere there was this data coming out that about 10 lakh or students had filed their applications to appear for UPSC exam. यूपीएससी वैसी संस्था है जो कि एग्जामिनेशन लेती है सिविल सर्विसेज। उसमें 10 लाख लोगों ने एप्लीकेशन भरा था, उसमें प्रीलिम्स होता है तो, लेकिन 5 लाख लोगों ने एक्चुअली एग्जाम दिया। प्रीलिम का एग्जाम देने के बाद, सक्सीड होने के बाद 14,000 लोगों को एग्जाम देने के लिए मिला और उसके बाद उसमें सिलेक्शन हुआ। So you can see that this is a big funnel and starts getting narrowed down. So it is very challenging. And so you always have a certain degree of uncertainty. अरे हजारों लोग हैं, हजारों स्टूडेंट्स हैं, सबको इतना मेहनत कर रहे होंगे, उसके मुकाबले मैं कैसा हूं? क्योंकि वहां पर जाके कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में कंपैरेटिव हो जाता है। एब्सोल्यूट तो है नहीं कि 40% मार्क्स ना मिले तो आप फेल कर जाओगे किसी पेपर में। वहां कंपैरेटिव है कि फिर लिस्टिंग होगी तो रैंकिंग कैसा आता है, उस रैंक के मुताबिक। जैसे क्लास में कोई पास फेल नहीं होगा, लेकिन सबको रैंक मिलेगा। और उस रैंक में अगर 20 रैंक से आप ऊपर हो, 20 से 1 के बीच में हो, तो आपको नौकरी मिल गई, आप सक्सेसफुल हो गए। 20 से नीचे आए तो आप नहीं सक्सेसफुल हुए। तो उसमें रहता है कि आप कितना मेहनत करो, तो वो फियर तो हमेशा रहता है। उस फियर के कारण आपको भी उतने ही मेहनत से और दृढ़ता से तैयारी करनी। स्कूल के समय मैंने तो कहा कि आप चलते फिरते पढ़ते बढ़ते अपना माइंड ब्रॉडन करते चलो, अपना वाइडन करते चलो कि आप क्या समझ रहे हो, सीख रहे हो। लेकिन जब खास समय इम्तिहान की तैयारी का आता है, उसमें एक सिलेबस होता है, उसमें तैयारी करनी पड़ती है, और उसके लिए दृढ़ता से आप समय दो, सिलेबस पढ़ो और उसकी तैयारी करो। उस तैयारी करने में certain amount of discipline is needed, certain amount of structure is needed, that I'm going to devote so much of time for this paper, I'm going to devote so much of time to this paper, so much of time to this paper. So you have to structure your preparation. That is number one. While structuring your preparation, you also have कि आपने पढ़ाई तो बहुत कर ली, आपको लिखने का समय तो वही 3 घंटा मिलेगा जो अभी भी आप पढ़ते हो स्कूल में। आप इतनी पढ़ाई करके जाते हो, साल भर पढ़ाई करते हो, इम्तिहान का पेपर आता है तो आपको तो वही 1.5 या 2 घंटे मिलते हैं लिखने के लिए। अब वही 5-6 प्रश्न होते हैं, या मल्टीपल चॉइस भी हो तो उसमें भी नंबर है। आपको सारा उसी समय में करना होता है। तो जहां तैयारी समय करने के लिए आवश्यकता है, उसमें यह भी प्रिपेयर करना है कि यदि मैं इम्तिहान हॉल में रहा तो मैं उसका जवाब कैसे दूंगा, लिखूंगा कैसे। उसमें टाइमिंग जरूरी होता है। या आप प्रिपरेशन अभी भी कर सकते हो स्कूल में जब आप पढ़ रहे हो। अच्छा, ओरल पढ़ाई बहुत लोग करते हो, ओरल तो सब करता ही करता है। कोशिश करो कि उसको लिखो भी, क्योंकि इम्तिहान में जाकर के तो आपको लिखना है। ओरली तो आपसे पूछेगा नहीं उस समय, जब तक कि आप इंटरव्यू लेवल पर ना पहुंचो। तो लिखने का भी प्रिपरेशन वो प्रैक्टिस करना चाहिए। खुद से क्वेश्चन पेपर बना लो, मॉडल क्वेश्चन पेपर ले लो, उसका प्रिपरेशन करना शुरू करो, ताकि उसी समय सीमा में, इन दैट सेम टाइम फ्रेम, you can answer that question, whether it is 30 minutes per question or 40 minutes per question. That is something that happens even in, used to happen even in college exams, etc. That you have said, okay, you have 5 questions, one question you know very well. But the time allotted is कि आप 5 question में आधा आधा घंटा ही लिख सकते हो. So even though you may know enough to write for 1 hour, 40 minutes, you need to cut it down on 30 minutes. This ability, this discipline to focus and remain focused on the time frame of answering questions, that needs a practice. Not an oral practice, ये नहीं कि मैं कर लूंगा, आप एक्चुअली लिख करके प्रैक्टिस करो, क्वेश्चंस ले लो, उसका जवाब लिखो, और फिर आप ही उसके वो बन जाओ, टीचर बन जाओ। आप चेक करो कि आपने सारी बातें सही लिखी के लिए। हमने कहा ना कि सबसे बड़ा जज अपने आप को बनना पड़ता। गीता में एक और जगह बड़ी अच्छी है जो मुझे अच्छा लगा था। हर व्यक्ति जो है वो अपना ही सबसे बड़ा मित्र होता है और अपने ही सबसे बड़ा शत्रु भी होता है। इसलिए आपको अपने आप को अपना मित्र बनना है और अपने आप को मित्र बनते हुए सही ढंग से प्रश्नों का उत्तर देना है, प्रिपरेशन करना है। तो वेरी डिसिप्लिन वेरी नीडेड, टाइम मैनेजमेंट इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, हाउ यू गैदर द नॉलेज इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट। All these you have to do in terms of your preparation time. So, और अलग है फोकस ऑन योर सेल्फ। ठीक है, 10 लाख लोग आवेदन दे रहे हैं, 5 लाख अपेयर कर रहे हैं, 14,000 सक्सीड करेगा। आप कहोगे आप तो सक्सीड करोगे, आपकी तैयारी ऐसी है कि आप सक्सीड करोगे। सो दैट लेवल ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस दैट यू नीड टू बिल्ड अप, कि मैं करूंगा, सक्सेसफुल रहूंगा। लेकिन स्ट्रक्चर्ड तैयारी करनी है, तैयारी ऐसी करनी है कि उससे आपको सफलता मिले। तो ये बातें जो हैं आवश्यक है इन टर्म्स ऑफ daily habits of doing the routine and succeeding.
Thank you, sir. So one student of ours from class 5 is asking that he has enrolled with us from class 5. So how much beneficial it will be, like as far as this early education and early preparation is concerned?
देखिए, दो बातें हैं। मैंने कहा ना, आप जो भी पढ़ाई करते हो, जो भी तैयारी करते हो, वो कभी व्यर्थ नहीं जाता है। दूसरी बात मैंने कही कि अगर फाउंडेशन आपका स्ट्रांग होगा तो आपका ऊपर का स्ट्रक्चर भी स्ट्रांग होगा। यदि आपका फाउंडेशन स्ट्रांग रहा, बचपन से ही आपकी वोकैबुलरी अच्छी हुई, आपके अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस बना, आपके अंदर जानकारी अच्छी रही, ये आप मानो कि ये जो बातें हैं, ये जो स्ट्रेंथ है, ये सिविल सर्वेंट बनने में तो फायदा देगा ही देगा। अगर वो ना भी बने, हो सकता है आपकी इच्छा बदल जाए, तो हर क्षेत्र में आपको इससे फायदा मिलेगा। You'll be a stronger person, you'll be a stronger personality, or you'll be a more confident personality, and a personality that is more prone to success. So the foundation strong hai, success is going to happen, whether it is in civil service or anywhere. So this is something that strengthens you for any aspect of life.
Thank you, sir. I have one more query from a parent who is asking that what role can parents play in supporting their children who aspire to become IAS or IPS officer, and what advice would you give to them?
मैंने थोड़ा सा जिक्र रेफरेंस किया था पेरेंट्स का क्या रोल है, व्हेन आई गिव द एग्जांपल ऑफ माय ओन फादर। One of course that is most important is that when you want to aspire, ultimately the decision has to be of the young man or woman. आपके जो बच्चे या बच्ची हैं, ultimately it is their choice. उनका आपने ध्यान आकृष्ट किया कि भाई ये एक एवेन्यू है जो कि अच्छा है, जिसमें आप जा सकते हो। तो एज ए पेरेंट, मैं मेरी मेरी अपनी धारणा है, आप उनको एक तरह से मेन्यू देते हैं। जब बच्चा होता है तो हर बढ़ता रहता है, स्कूल में है तो हर क्षेत्र उसके लिए ओपन है। सिविल सर्विस ओपन है, लॉ ओपन है, साइंस ओपन है, आजकल तो बहुत सारे सोशल मीडिया ओपन है। ऑल द एवेन्यूज आर देयर एंड यू कैन सक्सीड इन एनी वन ऑफ देम। कंप्यूटर्स है, सब कुछ है। लेकिन आपकी इच्छा है कि वो इसमें भी दे, तो ये आप उनके सामने दिखाओ, बताओ कि इससे क्या फायदे होंगे, सब कुछ होंगे। नंबर वन, even if you are wanting them to guide them into a particular direction, वो गाइड ऐसा करो कि बच्चे को ये लगे कि ये तो मेरा ही निर्णय है। So get them self motivated, not something that you have imposed upon the child. So maybe in terms of your discussion, participation, so that ultimately he accepts it that yes, this is a possible career that I can undertake and go for. That's number one. Number two is we have to prepare an environment, and you give them those things that will motivate them and help them to acquire knowledge. Be aware, as I said, encyclopedia है। पहले तो मतलब वो किताबें रहती थी मोटी, आजकल तो ऑनलाइन भी है। अगर किताबें ले जा सकते हो, कहीं लाइब्रेरी में ले जा सकते हो, कुछ समय उनके साथ लाइब्रेरी में बैठ सकते हो, तो आप उन्हें लाइब्रेरी में ले जाओ, दैट बी यूजफुल। कुछ किताबें आप ला सकते हो लाइब्रेरी से, उनको ला करके दो, शायद उनके साथ बैठ करके पढ़ो भी, उनको सिखाओ भी, बताओ भी। हो सकता है बच्चे थोड़े बोर होंगे उस समय कि मेरे पेरेंट्स जबरदस्ती मेरे पीछे पड़े रहते हैं पढ़ाने के लिए, बट दे विल रियलाइज दैट एक्चुअली इट हेल्प्स देम। और मैं ये अपनी पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस से कह रहा हूँ। मेरे पिताजी बाद में जज हो गए थे, हाई कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस बने, लॉयर बन करके। बट ही स्टार्टेड एज अ प्रोफेसर इन अ कॉलेज इन पटना। उनकी पढ़ाने की बड़ी वो रहती, and he had also studied Sanskrit and he was very good in Hindi as well as in English. तो अक्सर कई बार वो खड़े होकर के लेक्चर देने लगते थे, पढ़ाने लगते थे, और हम लोग भी खड़े ही रहते थे। उसमें ये भी नहीं था कि फादर के सामने अगर वो खड़े हैं तो आप बैठ जाओ कहीं पर, तो आप भी खड़े हो। लेकिन जो भी वो बताते थे, ये करते थे, उसका एक लास्टिंग इम्पैक्ट। तो टू द पेरेंट्स माय थिंग इज दैट डोंट इम्पोज, but create an environment that they feel self-motivated, self-starters, and provide them the wherewithal that what they need, they get it. Let them have the happiness from reading books, acquiring knowledge, to be ambitious, willing to achieve, and while doing this, take care that you are not putting unnecessary burden on them. Take care of their mental health, take care of their mental well-being. वो खुश हो करके ये सब सारी जो तैयारी करे, पढ़ाई करे, वो बहुत खुशी महसूस हो। The parents can play that role. That's my take on it. But of course, every parent and everyone is different. So one can't say one size fits all.
So one more final question from our end, that what are your take and what do you advise as on we applied education, where we are trying to give these kids this conceptual based learning from initial days of schooling?
No, this, as I said, what you are trying to give is essentially a building a strong foundation.
Correct.
And this strong foundation, sometimes you need that guidance. That once you build the foundation, that is going to help them in every subject in every area. And sometimes it helps the students even in areas where they are weak. I referred earlier to my sister. Today she was expressing her gratitude to Miss Grace of St. Joseph's Convent on making her confident and go for learning. And then another person she named that even by 8th standard, she was struggling with mathematics. And then, she went to our eldest brother and she went to him and felt that, looks that I can't pass in math at all. It is already eighth class and what. And then he motivated her to get a tutor, get some help. There is a time when you need help. And then she said that there was one Mr. Sahai who came to teach her maths in school at home. And that really gradually helped us. So if there are certain areas that where you need help, seek help. Your parents can help you to get that help, and so that you can become a more confident personality in handling whatever you have in front.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time and your valuable insights. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Somesh Singh to have a word with you.
I don't do boxing. The one that you see behind it, that's from my son. So I'm not that sports oriented. I've never been that much. Somesh, where are you? Sound. Can't hear you. Unmute yourself.
Yes, sorry. So I'm saying that I can say that over here, all the students and all the parents, we are very thankful, and trust me, I think with a word of wisdom coming straight away from such a senior person whose reputation precedes him. I think abhi aap log nahi samjhoge, but when you grow up, you'll understand that whom you are guided by. So sir has, like, agar success ke koi parameters hain, so believe me, Kumaresh Misra sir has achieved all of them. Like I can tell you, getting into St. Stephen's is one of the biggest thing. He got into St. Stephen's. Getting into IAS, he got into that. Getting into IIM Ahmedabad, he got into that. So you can understand कि हमारे country में जो भी benchmark of success है, sir has achieved all of them, and sir is giving you guidance. So he has spared time to come on this podium and speak and guide you all. Trust me, isse badi cheez ho nahi sakti hai. So if you all have understood, he has highlighted many of the beautiful points. First, he said that एक बहुत बड़ी चीज सर ने जो सबको बताई है कि मिरर के सामने प्रैक्टिस करो, दैट यू ऑल आर कॉन्फिडेंट. इससे आपकी लैंग्वेज पे कमांड आएगा, यू विल बिकम मोर कॉन्फिडेंट एंड दिस विल ग्रो योर पर्सनालिटी एज अ होल. आपने कभी भी किसी भी एक्टर का पढ़ा हो, शायद शाहरुख खान हो, एनी बिग एक्टर्स, they all have said that how they used to rehearse, they used to practice in front of mirrors. Any big businessman, just read it out about Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, they all have tried this exercise, and sir said it so certainly. So everyone, please do make sure that you practice this as a regular thing. Second, sir talk about the importance of writing, because हर एक एग्जाम आपसे लिखने की प्रैक्टिस मांगता है. So either in applied education we make you write about essays, we make you write about answers. So there is a proper framing which we teach. So understand that how to write beautifully, because जब आप लिखना सीख लोगे, the rest of the things will automatically fall in place. Third, sir talked about the importance of foundational learning. अभी आप स्कूल में हो, most of you must be thinking कि अभी से क्यों पढ़ना है, but ट्रस्ट मी, फाउंडेशन इसी से बिल्ट होता है. अगर कोई भी बड़ी इमारत बननी है, तो उसके सबसे पहले नींव स्ट्रांग बनाई जाती है, क्योंकि अगर नींव ही नहीं अच्छी बनी तो वो चाहे कितनी ऊपर बन जाए, एक दिन जरा से डिस्टर्बेंस से वो पूरी की पूरी बिल्डिंग खत्म हो सकती है. So sir has very well emphasized upon the foundational learning part, and in the end sir also talked about how parents can help. So parents can provide a proper environment to the kids. आप कोई भी बच्चों को जबरदस्ती मत कीजिए, बस एक उन्हें अच्छा environment दीजिए जिससे उनको अच्छा लगे पढ़ने के लिए. Don't make learning a tedious process जिससे बच्चों को घबराहट हो पढ़ने के लिए. Rather make learning so easy and so joyful that बच्चे खुद पढ़ें. They are more excited to learn rather than watching Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So this is what I think the most of the beautiful things which sir has shared over here. And I would again thank you, sir, for coming over this podium and talking to the kids. It is really pleasure understanding and knowing your insights about this.
And one little advice to the parents again.
Yes, sir.
Last advice.
Yes, sir.
Motivate your children by emphasizing on the positive attributes that they have. We as Indian parents, we try to motivate them by negative fears. Don't do that. Emphasize on the positive and not on the negatives. Thank you. That's the last word for the parents.
Thank you very much, sir. It was really pleasure talking to you today and hearing your insights. And I'm very thankful that you took out some time to share your insights with all the kids and the parents. Really, once again, thank you very much, sir, for coming over here today. Thank you.
So the kids, did you like it? Can I see a smile on your faces? Good. Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right. Bye.